specifically as a baseball player. You were a very high level minor league.
Yeah, I got hurt. I was on the
player.
move. I was doing well. I was young. I was hitting. You know, what was great about it for me was I was finally getting to hitting ballparks where the lights were good. I couldn't believe that.
So you were in the Padres system, right? The Angel system.
Angels in the Padres system.
Tore your rotator cuff in '73. Did you think you were headed for the majors?
Oh, I was. I was told by the club at that time that I was going to go to Salt Lake for a week and then go into the major leagues. I think, if I'm not mistaken, at that time, the second baseman he was hitting like 138 or something. They were having he was in trouble, but I was already on my way. I got hurt that night that I got told I was going to Salt Lake for a week, and then I was going to go to the big club, and I remember having a great conversation with Frank Tanana about it, and he was a great guy, really great guy, and he was kind of like, you're gonna do what I want to do, man. I think we figured it out because I was probably gonna get my first opportunity maybe against Detroit, which of course was his dream because he was from there.
What was the hardest thing for you to do, Dennis?
I don't know. Probably working on the physical things. I think the acting's, like John told me at the beginning of the film, he said, don't worry, don't even think about it. You have all the stuff to do the role. There won't be any problem. So don't worry. And that was the way he worked with me all the way. Just go for it. Don't even. You have it. Don't bother to even think. Just go with your instinct. Go for it. And so the thing that I was most concerned about was the physical part of it. So that's why I worked out every day.
And yeah, I remember you talking about doing the all-out, great kung fu, martial arts.
Yeah. Ghost story.
Ghost, wrap it in the, pull it out. Yeah.
And it basically is kind of a comedy, although I think a lot of people at the time really didn't get that. They were expecting maybe Raiders of the Lost Ark, or they were expecting
maybe Harrison Ford.
Hello, Val Kilmer here. With House of Heroes, please smash that subscribe button as we venture into another martial arts movie. Big Trouble in Little China, an 80s cult classic. This John Carpenter directed movie is one of many films that Carpenter and lead actor Kurt Russell collaborated on. It was a sci-fi martial arts action comedy released May 30th, 1986. It was somewhat overshadowed by mine and Tom Cruise's movie Top Gun, released the same month, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, released a month after, but is still a cult classic that has it all. Martial arts, sorcery, demons, swords, lights, ladies, one-liners, and laughs. We can't leave out the Chinese black magic. It will engulf your living room with flames and lights, sights and sounds. Kurt Russell plays the likable Jack Burton, who we'd all like to be for a day. Driving around in the Pork Chop Express, beating up the bad guys, scoring with the ladies. It's all in the reflexes for good old Jack Burton.
It's all in the reflexes.
This movie is one that is fast-paced with a high tempo, so you really can't look down or leave the screen, or you'll miss something important. It's a pure tongue-in-cheek movie. You simply can't take it seriously, so one just has to go with the flow and enjoy the 1.5-hour ride.
Like that. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
From the nonsense mystical Chinese sorcery that is taken so reverently to the American hero Jack Burton, who displays the fearless macho man, to sidekick Wang Chi, played by Dennis Dunn, to combatants flying through the air, to one exotic character in one situation after another. This was made 15 years before Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and is far ahead of its time. Russell played his role to the hilt, playing his favorite kind of role he liked to play while he was younger, the brash bold, who fears absolutely nothing. His lines are deliberately comedic.
Old Jack always says, what the hell?
And he definitely had a lot of fun making the movie.
And I like Jack Burton a lot. I mean, I like what he is, and I like the way he fits into this movie. And I think he's different. I mean, I think he's as different as the movie is. I think he's a hero who falls on his ass, gets back up, keeps coming at you, thinks he knows what he's doing. It's way over his head. It doesn't make any difference. Blast forward, go get him, and don't worry about it.
Throughout the movie, there are plenty of lines that are memorable.
Come out no more. What? Huh? What'll come out no more? Come on. Damn it.
His partner is Wang Chi, played by Dennis Dunn. He's a likable guy with a devilish grin on his face, Jack's best friend and sidekick, who assists Jack throughout the movie as they try to rescue his green-eyed fiancée, Miao Yin, who was kidnapped and taken to the White Tiger to be sacrificed. Dennis is a great actor and performs martial arts in the movie. Many don't know, but Jackie Chan was the first considered for Wang Chi's role. But it was eventually given to Dennis.
I think I saw that, oh, this guy gets to be a pretty heroic guy. But I didn't really see him as, well, he's the hero of the whole film. I just saw this great dynamic of him and you know, Jack Burton, and I thought, oh, this is fun.
Do something special for the audition? Because it's a very physical kind of film. Did you know how to do all those things before this? Swords and somersaults?
Well, the somersaults I didn't do. There was a gymnast to do the aerials, but the sword and most of the fighting I did on my own. And I had some background, but I had to really do a lot of training. I'm not an expert in martial arts, but I spent about, I guess about most of the 3 months training for the physical.
I understand you used the sword so well that it was actually given to you by the prop master at the end of the movie.
Right.
Why is it that we, as Americans, have such a feeling regarding the martial arts? It's a fear kind of thing with the taekwondo and the karate. It involves such a frightening attitude. It seems so swift. It seems so vicious.
Well, I think because culturally it's a different way of fighting. I mean, the Eastern culture is quite different from Western culture. So I think because in the West you don't think of, you know, fighting is entirely differently. And then when you see it in that form, it's so foreign and so different, I think, than the Western style of fighting. Some of it isn't necessarily vicious. Some martial arts is, like Tai Chi, is very slow and flowing, and then all this yelling and all this type of thing. So there's a whole range of martial arts. But in the film, they usually use the harder style and the ones that are very more flamboyant for the film.
Well, this is a very curious film in many ways because there's almost a role reversal with the hero, Kurt Russell, and this guy, because he starts out as, you think of the Chinese sidekick. But as it evolves, Kurt Russell implies that he can do certain things and really can't. You're the one who comes through. You're the one who can actually do them when he protests that he can.
My destiny rests in your capable hands.
Hey, I'll do my best.
And Carpenter from the beginning said to me when I first met him that I was not a sidekick. I was an equal to Jack Burton. So from the beginning, he didn't see it as a sidekick, and neither did I. So it was like we were thinking on the same wavelength.
Here's to the Army and Navy and the battles they have won. Here's to America's colors, the colors that never run.
May the wings of liberty never lose a feather.
Me and Kurt Russell, the good guys are going to beat the bad guys. And he kept telling me through the film. And then when I was in the scenes where I was more serious, he said, you got to play this for real. Don't play it for the wackiness. This is, you play for real.
Dennis was also in the 1985 movie Year of the Dragon, which Carpenter noticed him in. David Lo Pan is the black magic sorcerer, head of the Wing Kong Exchange, played by James Hong. In the movie, his goal was to marry a woman with green eyes, to break the curse and regain his human form. The sci-fi graphics in the film are highly used in the scenes with Lo Pan. Gracie Law is the lawyer played by Kim Cattrall. She plays the more modern damsel in distress role and Jack's female sidekick. The base of the film is saving Wang Chi's lady, but along the way, Gracie is captured as well. So Jack has his own mission and lady to rescue. Kim was also in Police Academy as Mahoney's interest, Karen Thompson, and in Sex and the City as Samantha Jones.
Crucial to the plot that you play a woman with green eyes, but in the finest Hollywood tradition...
They were green, but not green enough.
Now that's got to be some kind of a humble pie to have to eat there. Huh?
Well, yes. Well, it was pretty difficult. They were very large contact lenses, and we had a contact lens technician on the set at all times to put them in and then take them out, and put them in and take them out, and put them in and take them out all day.
You hear a lot about hijinks on the set of a dramatic picture to kind of keep things loose. But when a picture like this is wild from the very beginning, How do you relax on a set that's chaos already?
Like this. Just like that. You go into your dressing room and you close the door and you say, call me when you need me because I'm going to take 5 minutes without the contact lenses, and you try and get into some kind of comfortable robe or something because in 5 minutes you're going to be sprayed down from head to foot by a hose because you're supposed to be wet because you just got out of this. It was amazing.
Were you shooting at a pretty fast clip too?
Oh yes, John shoots real fast.
Yeah.
He knows what he wants, he gets it. That's it, on to the next.
My big break.
Just sit tight. We've got one of our best men inside right now, stirring the pot.
How do you do, ma'am? Henry Swanson's my name, and excitement's my game.
Cash or charge?
Oh, gosh, cash, I guess. I mean, it's not deductible, is it?
Miao Yin, played by Suzy Pai, was the green-eyed Chinese fiance of Wang Chi, and Jack went undercover as Henry Swanson to the White Tiger to pay top dollar for her. Another moment of comedy and sci-fi action. When director John Carpenter saw the movie Year of the Dragon and saw Dennis Dunn, he also noticed another cast member. This was Victor Wong, who played the gang's magician, Egg Shen. Egg Shen battled the magic of Lo Pan and created the potion that helped Wang Chi and Jack Burton feel invincible during the final fight and helped them do things they normally wouldn't be able to do.
Too. I got a very positive attitude about this.
Good, me too.
Yeah.
Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me?
The things that stand out in this movie are the sci-fi, special effects, martial arts, and the comedy. The special effects mainly come from the lights and the sorcery. The martial arts come from Wang Chi and his acrobatic combat. And the comedy, usually if not always, comes from Jack Burton. During the magical fights, Lo Pan and the evil enemies would shine green lights and have their heads implode, firing blue lightning strikes and lighting up the screen, combined with sharp sounds and complete sci-fi experience. During martial arts scenes, there is excellent entertainment from Wang Chi, with his sword fighting, kicks, flips helping of Jack, and athleticism that jumps off the screen. Kurt Russell shows that confident persona in Jack Burton, taking care of his people with his brash, brawn self, coinciding with Gracie Law's beautiful brains.
You just stop rubbing your body up against mine because I can't concentrate when you do that.
I hate you, Arthur. I mean, really?
Jack carries the comedic and wacky side of the movie with so many one-liners that are memorable.
Follow the leader. 1, 2, 3. We may be trapped.
Big Trouble in Little China was supposed to be a blockbuster movie when it was released to the public. But in the end, it was a commercial failure, to the surprise of director John Carpenter, which brought him to the decision to return to independent films, being disillusioned to Hollywood. But there wasn't much marketing done for the movie, so that could be why it wasn't as much of a success in the box office.
Audience screening numbers were huge. They were 97% or something. They were absolutely surefire, massive hit.
They had it. Oh, yeah.
And then I kept waiting to see ads and things, and it just didn't happen. It's like, what happened here?
Well.
God.
Well.
Okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president.
And then in a play, I just saw the possibilities as an actor. And just, you know, it's interesting. Carpenter, it was interesting because, you know, it's a wild war, but he kept telling me through the film, you're the hero. I didn't think about I'm the hero. When I read the script, I thought.
There are heroes in sports and in martial arts. There are heroes in movies and heroes in directing. In this case, Dennis Dunn, Kurt Russell, and John Carpenter are all heroes because Big Trouble in Little China is an 80s cult classic that all must see. And one most likely will never just see once. Please subscribe for more House of Heroes. Cheers.